Intro, calm tone. Welcome. Today, I'll share with you the real story of someone whose name you've likely heard, Dani Daniels. But beyond the fame and the headlines, there's a human story, a journey that took her from art school to the adult industry, then back into the world of creativity, reflection, and self-reinvention. This isn't a story to judge, but to understand. And in the end, I will share my personal view as well. Let's begin. Part 1. Early life. Dani Daniels was born as Kira Lee Orsag on September 23, 1989, in Orange County, California, United States. She comes from a mixed European heritage, Czech, German, and English. Kira was raised in a non-traditional home, raised by two moms, a fact that shaped much of her early identity and outlook on life. From a young age, she was deeply passionate about art. She loved to draw, paint, and lose herself in colors. But financial hardship meant she had to work early. Even at the age of 15, she was working at a medical office to support her family. Part 2. Education and early work. She enrolled in a respected art school with dreams of becoming a full-time artist. But the reality of mounting debt forced her to drop out. To make ends meet, she took on various jobs, live art modeling, and later, exotic dancing, all to keep up with financial obligations. It was in these moments of struggle that a new path began to open, one that would define the next chapter of her life. Part 3. Entering the adult film industry. In 2011, at the age of 22, Kira entered the adult film industry under the name Dani Daniels. At first, she performed only in girl scenes, believing it would be a softer entry into the field. But gradually, she expanded her work to include mainstream adult content, working with major companies like Brazzers, Reality Kings, and Wicked Pictures. Over time, Dani rose to stardom. She won several awards, including Twisty's Treat of the Month in 2011 and Penthouse Pet in 2012. She became one of the most recognized names in the industry, listed twice in CNBC's Dirty Dozen, the most popular porn stars. But behind the fame and lights, there was still a young woman, an artist at heart, questioning if this was ever truly her path. Part 4. Reclaiming her artistic identity. Despite the fame, Dani never abandoned her passion for visual art. She began exhibiting her work under her real name, Kira Lee, developing a unique style she called typographic pointillism. Her artwork has been featured in